taking my chances along with my dreams. I've got them all packed up in my fantasy limousine. With miles and miles of road ahead, I'm going far away to my fantasy land. With a tick-tock clock to remind me the time is right. I go through everything with a smile and taking every chance that the world can give. Going far away, step by step until the world is mine. I'm gonna live my life and I'll be alright. I'll be taking every chance and I'm starting today. Step by step, 10 feet off the ground. I'm gonna live my life at the speed of sound. Up high, the world is mine. With ups and downs, but it doesn't matter, 'cause you keep moving forward and you're gonna get better. Taking every right turn and don't look back, but all the things you've learned you're not allowed to forget. And don't stop moving, 'cause you'll be left behind. Nobody's gonna wait while you mess up your life. I'm dedicated to win, 'cause this is a race. I'm prepared to play this game with a smile on my face. Step by step until the world is mine. I'm gonna live my life and I'll be alright. I'll be taking every chance and I'm starting today. Step by step, 10 feet off the ground. I'm gonna live my life at the speed of sound. The world is mine. Step by step until the world is mine. I'm gonna live my life and I'll be alright. I'll be taking every chance and I'm starting today. Step by step, 10 feet off the ground. I'm gonna live my life at the speed of sound. Up high, the world is mine. The world is mine.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It helps other people know when I'm posting videos. And of course, before we get started, not a medical doctor, I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey, so please do your homework first. And welcome to week 151, weight loss update. And also like to thank you for all the new subscribers that recently joined me, and thank you for the ones that have been following me right along. And just wanted to say we had a non-scale victory this past week. The scale stayed the same, 225. Still down 145 pounds over a 2 years plus weight loss journey now. And today is Sunday. It is pouring outside once again, so we decided to film our episode inside. We went down to the downtown Common last night. We did some photography and filmed an episode, week 151, but the traffic noise was so loud above my voice, you couldn't hear my voice above the traffic noise, so I decided to film the episode in the house this morning using the green screen behind me over here. And yeah, so I love using the green screen because I can swap out images and put video behind me and stuff like that. So I just want to explain to us, to you guys, how the week went and everything. The week went really well, actually. I stayed the same on my weight, like I had said, and made a lot of recipes this past week. And continue on with the weight loss journey. Update on my feet. They're bleeding a little bit, and every now and then they're splitting open. I've been really careful and taking it easy and slow and steady. That'll be the topic of this particular video. Slow and steady wins the race. And that's how I've been approaching my entire weight loss journey over the last almost 3 years now. We're coming up to 1 month ago and be 3rd year anniversary. Wow, can you believe it? This is the longest, by the way, that I ever stuck to a weight loss plan in my entire life. And I absolutely love talking about my journey and my walking adventures and what I've done for the week and how my week went. sharing my life with you guys and my recipes that I've been making. Again, in one of the other videos, I referenced about the fact is when I first started low-carb weight loss, I was very hesitant on filming recipes, and you know, a lot of people, I didn't think anybody would ever want to, who cares but Ron eats in a day, you know. I'm just trying to go along and get my health in order. So what I want to talk about too is don't focus so much on the scale, focus in on your health, because without your health, and scale numbers don't really matter. And with me, my health, my feet is still opening up and bleeding, so I'm just taking it slow and easy as I can get out there and do some light walking when I can. Last night was a perfect example, and when I went out of downtown, I drove the car downtown, I parked it in the open parking lot, and I just kind of like did a light stroll around the neighborhood, snapshot a few photos, and you know, I'm going to put some images behind, you know, there'll be like a little slideshow going one after the other. You'll see the you know, a beautiful city of Leominster. And then on Tuesday night, we had the Leominster Colonial Band started up. That was fantastic. I grabbed out 3 cameras from the studio and I set up 3 around the outer perimeter of the gazebo. And the only problem with that is they sit down and you can't really see them inside playing the instruments. So this coming Tuesday, I requested a higher tripod so we can at least, you know, get a glimpse inside of what they look like when they're performing. I have another option that I could do. I could set up a bracket on top of one of the poles, but I have to climb the pole and climb down afterwards. And by the end of the night, by the time I wipe down all the cameras and pack them all up and get it ready to go in the car, I'm pretty much spent. So, you know, we'll see what happens at some week. But, you know, I'm contemplating that this is probably my final year filming and doing any more volunteer for the city. I don't want to do any more volunteering other than the Friday night parish. And so that's pretty much about it for that. And I'll have probably a short little video going behind this one of the segments that the Colonial Band did. I haven't decided which one I want to put up yet, but I'm sure you're going to recognize the tune when I have it going. And like I said, they're a fantastic group. They play a lot of big band music, a mixture of melody tunes, and you know, all with the you know, trumpets and saxophones and all that stuff, and flutes, and Steve Pimarini is the conductor, and John DeChico is the band manager, and you know, they're a fantastic group of people. They've always invited me out after the final concerts are all done, and they recognize me, and you know, for my years in service building for the city and for them. I've been doing this since 2012. I love doing it, but it's becoming to be a lot for me to handle. Now I'm trying to get my website up and running, whether or not I want to continue with it or not. ronketocafe.com. It is there, but I just need to edit it, and I haven't got the time to do all that stuff right now. It's been really, really busy, and it takes time to redevelop a website. I had a couple of really awesome ones back around 10, 15 years ago that I, you know, done myself. And the older videos don't match up with what I'm doing today, so now I got to go over to a newer video and to learn how to do it, the process again, because I'm not spending thousands of dollars for a developer to develop a website when I can do it myself. So, you know, so we'll see where it goes with that. Picked up a mini dash this week that makes 4 little shackles all at once. Got tired of making one shackle at a time, waiting 3 or 4 minutes to make another one when I want 4. So now I just put my cheese on top, my egg mixture in the mold, and more cheese on top of that. 4 minutes later, I got 4 shackles, and I'm good to go. And you know, maybe I might make up 2 or 3 you know, sets and set them aside and put them in a Ziploc bag and pop them in a freezer. But that's definitely the way to go. Now I'll have the contact link below the video where I got the shackle maker, but I got it on Amazon. I get all my products from Amazon unless I can find something at Marshalls or Targets or Walmart's. You know, I know some of those places have been getting a lot of bad rap lately, but it doesn't make any difference here. I'm like everybody else now. I'm looking for bargains. And speaking of bargains, my wife and I decided that we're going to pick up a 7-foot cubic freezer this coming week. So I'll be picking it up at Home Depot. They do deliver it, which is a plus for me. I live up on the 4th floor with an elevator, but I don't want to have to lug it or push it across the floor. So they'll drop it off, and I'll be good to go. And then I can start stocking up on meats and stuff like that, because I'm running out of supplies at the end of the within a couple more weeks left to the end of the month. And you know, when you're on retirement money, it's really, really hard to get by. And thank God I don't have any kids. If I had 3 or 4 kids, or like some families do, I don't know how you guys manage. I mean, one of my friends, Ruben, across the hallway, away from me, on the same floor, he has 3 or 4 kids, and you know, plus him and his spouse. It's really, really hard on them. And then they got a dog, and so he was telling me the other day he spends about $500 a week just on food shopping. Can you imagine? And plus paying your rent and your car payment and your insurance and your credit cards and your cable bill and your phone bill. I mean, that's, I'm like, I can't imagine what their, you know, his finances are. But again, you know, I said I didn't want to go back to work, but you know, the economy right now is forcing my hand. I'm going to have no choice. But I go back to work. I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm thinking about going back to work at Hannaford's 1 or 2 days a week. I don't want to go back full time or part time. That way there I can be a little more flexible with hours. But if they can accommodate me with Monday and Fridays off, I would go back to work. That would give them Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Saturday and Sunday. I could be wide open to those hours. But you know, I need somebody to help me out with that. And yeah, so that was a lightning strike, and we had some little just boom that you didn't really hear right now, but it's been pouring out off and on all day. We're expected to get another 5 inches of rain today from what I understand. And so I'm just staying home today. I'm going to relax. I'm going to do some recipes today. Planning on doing some strawberry ice cream recipes today. Maybe some cottage cheese pancakes with coconut flour. Making some shaplets with the new chaplet maker. Maybe do some pizza videos. And I have a zucchini I want to cube up and pop that baby in the air fryer. And I did some scrambled hamburger yesterday. So what I'm going to probably do with the scrambled hamburger in the little containers is I'll probably just warm it up a little bit. And when I get the zucchini all roasted zucchini in the air fryer, I'll take that and I'll put it on top with a little bit of vegetables on top of the mixture that I have with the scrambled hamburger. And that's be kind of like a shepherd's pie, but you know, with I'll think of a clever title for that. But yeah, this is pretty much what we got going on. Oh yeah, Donna and I went to bingo Friday night, and we didn't win, but I did play. I needed to take a break, and my friend Alden came back, and we had a good night on Pull Tabs, and $3,000 game went. But next week it starts out again at 48 numbers, and the other coverall 2,000 is up there to about 58 numbers. So, you know, you might get a good shot of winning that. So, you know, you never really know until you play. But it doesn't cost that much to play bingo. It's a fun, relaxing hobby. Your budget is whatever you want to spend. When I go to bingo, I spend 40, and I pretty much stay within my budget. And my wife spends about the same. And, you know, that's why, again, we don't both play in the same night usually, because it's just too expensive. So, you know, you go according to what you have, right? And it's, you know, a lot of people talk to me. They all know who I am, and I talk to everybody, and I know a lot of their first names, which is really, really cool. So speaking of first names, so yesterday, my friend Scott there, he's wanting to bring back an historic event in Leominster that we used to have for many, many years, and in Lunenburg. It's the Whalen Park. Now, for those of you who don't know what Whalen Park was, in Lunenburg, we had a park that was called Whalen Park. It was like Six Flags. We had a lot of rides, a lot of games for the kids to play and stuff like that. And it was created back in the late 1800s or maybe early 1900s, and it survived right up to around maybe the early 2000s or the late 1990s or somewhere along the way. And they closed down the park, and then a developer came over, bought the area, turned it all into condos. And over the years, when I was a kid growing up, my mom and dad used to bring my sister and myself and my other 2 siblings with us to Whalen Park. And usually on an Easter Sunday, we used to go down there. They had egg hunting for the kids, and you know, you get prizes in these little plastic eggs if you found one under the bench. I think I found 1 or 2 of them at some point. And of course, you could go on the rides, and they had the bumper cars and Scrambler and the roller coasters and the Ferris wheels and the whip and all kinds of other great rides. And then, of course, the carousel. But the only one thing that was missing yesterday was the Ferris wheel. I would have loved to see them put a Ferris wheel in there. And also, my suggestion to Scott next year would, if he decides to bring it back, this is in conjunction with the mayor and the city hall that was able to put up in our city, to get a hold of the recreation department in the mayor and see if they can put out a half a dozen picnic tables for the elderly and people to sit down, because my wife is really shaky yesterday, and it was just the heat because it was muggy, and I had to go bring him back in the car and cool down, and we weren't able to stay that long. But I did manage to grab out a number of different photographs, and I have one or two behind the timeline, and I took a photograph with the clown, and one with the my wife and myself with the clown yesterday. Somebody grabbed the photograph up for me, my friend Sharon that I met yesterday. She goes, oh, I follow you on Facebook. And I goes, okay. So she was really happy and excited to meet me yesterday, and she grabbed out a photograph of me so I can have that for one of my memories. And my memories is about Willem Park. My wife and I used to go there quite often when they had it open, and walk around and use the water squirt gun into the clown's head to pop a balloon and play Fascination. It was basically like bingo. You had a little ball and you just rolled it up on a tray, and it if you got it to light up for a bingo, you got coupons and you won a prize. So that's, and of course the miniature golf and the live entertainment they had there as well. And that was again the thunderstorm. They just rolled it in here. But yeah, so anyways, but what we're gonna do for the week, we got an appointment coming up for Oreo to have his nails clipped. What else? I got an appointment coming up for my feet again. I'm gonna talk to the doctor about it and see if they're improved, or I don't know. And of course my hip still needs to get out, but I'm gonna wait till late fall or early winter to have that done. I don't want to blow out my summer. And yeah, so I'm just tagging along, going to film out some recipes, going to do some more videos, and I'm going to be doing a 3-year anniversary slide presentation with photos and some videos of some of my walking adventures and some history with some text and maybe 2 or 3 songs that I meant one of my favorite songs, and it should be fun. And I like doing slide presentations for memorials and weddings too. I do those too on the side every now and then. Someone will ask me something and they'll get paid for it. But I'm shying away from all this stuff because I just want to concentrate on my own personal journey, my own personal health, and my wife and myself. Because let's face it, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on, and you don't know how long we're going to live for. And I'm just taking one day at a time, and I'm hoping today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow is better than today. And that's how I'm approaching life right now. So, be that as it said, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Be watching for some more updates and some more recipes for later on in the week. And remember that, oh yeah, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want me to make you something, you let me know. And, if you know any friends that are looking for inspiration to trying to lose weight, or even if you're not doing keto or carnivore or any of those type of plans, or dirty or lazy keto like I've done for many times, this is a nice channel, and I just enjoy inspiring as many of you to get healthy. So be that as I said, I just want to remind you to have a great day. Remember, I love you, God loves you, and have a great week.
Might be just a little more recognizable. For those of us baby boomers who grew up on Saturday mornings watching Looney Tunes cartoons, this one's for you.